Galactic TV. So Sue and I gonna talk about the Lions Gate for today's episode. So Lions Gate is coming up. The peak is coming up on the this Sunday, the 8th, but it has started from July 28th. And this year, again, we will have a lot of activation on the changes. So we want to talk about this and share our personal experience, what we already have been experiencing. So Sue, what's going on with you?
Hey, first of all, I'm in my car, so y'all have to excuse me if I have a little shaking going on. I've never done a video from my phone, so hopefully, but hey, change is all around. The way I feel this energy is, I was telling Erica this last week, I've had a tremendous sinus pressure and dizziness going on. And I actually started taking herbs because I thought maybe I had a sinus infection, which I really didn't. I don't think I do, because normally there's a smell that I have in my sinus cavity that I can tell when things aren't going right in there. And I haven't had that. It's just pressure, fluid, dizziness. So I was talking to Erica, you earlier, and your guides were talking to me about what this could be about. And it goes all the way back to, Louise Hay's teaching is, things that I haven't wanted to hear or know about, sort of avoiding those things. So like you shut your ears off. It's very literal in some ways what your body tells you versus, what the medical community might tell you is your issue. So that made sense to me on several levels. Number one, the more I hear from the truther community, what's going on, politically in our environment and that sort of thing, the more I don't want to hear it, because I already know I already know what's going on. And it's like, to keep hearing it is like just playing a broken record over and over again. So I don't see the point in that. And so I think that's one thing, my body was telling me is just stop listening. And we talked about this last week. So I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is more personal, some issues going on in my family. And there's this always this waiting for the other shoe to drop, like things. So the way I'm transforming that is, and it's become very clear to me, is I just keep visualizing the best possible outcomes for these people that I'm concerned about. And so I don't have to be afraid of what I'm going to hear. And actually, the last couple of days, I've been hearing some good news about both people. And I thought, well, see, there you go. Trust, the universe, trust that they're on their path and they're going to experience life the way they need to. And that, if keep seeing the highest version of things working out. As dark as some things can get in our lives, they don't, I've found in my experience, they don't last forever. Like we go through trying periods in our life because there's something we need to learn about ourselves or other people or something. There's always a reason why we go through these very trying times. And when we can see growth in ourselves or even other people, I think that's where I'm able to trust as I go, okay, I may not see it right now, but I know they're going to grow from this one way or another. They're going to grow from it. And that's the whole point of life, I think. So I think what Lionsgate is doing is it's opening us up even more with these intention energies that are coming in, and it's giving us the opportunity to say, yeah, okay, I've gotten this far. Maybe I'm really happy with where I am, but I'm willing to go even further. I'm willing to see even more. And when we allow the energy to come in and do that for us, it opens up some insights to things that maybe we've been chewing on for a while, but not really sure about. And so now I feel like really sure about that for myself. I think my hearing and my sinuses have been telling me, maybe they're just healing too, because I've gotten over it. Like I've gotten over the worry and not wanting to hear anymore, or I've made a decision that I'm not going to listen to things that upset me or maybe cause me to fear in any way. So there's like this, your guide said, there's this healing process too. Like once you've made the decision and you've allowed yourself to come to terms with these things, then your body has a little bit of a recovery period. So, you know, it could be that my hearing's recovering. I don't know, but I think that's pretty accurate. How about you?
Well, I felt like I've been experiencing my throat issue, like from an allergy or from spring allergy, that kind of thing, since spring time. And then I took Steve Novo's webinar for Starseed, and he worked on throat, chakra, because all Starseed are having problem with throat, from
Mhm.
freedom of expression and stuff like that from past lives. And then last few days, I started to feel like little itchy on my throat and stuff like that again. So I'm like, okay, what is going on? Because I felt really, really like healthy for last month and a half. And then I was like, okay, that must be Lion's Gate, because we still have a residual of all the energies in within ourselves. And then our cells are purging. And how do they purge? Like, of course, energy wise too, but part of like purging reaction is also showing up as a uncomfortableness or symptom like, condition. So
Mhm.
I thought that's what it is. Today I feel fine, because I kind of aware. I was aware like what's going on. Then I kind of like found out why. So I
Mhm.
wasn't like paying too much attention to what's going on. So I almost don't feel it. And then, well, my guide is saying because they said in a way last place all this energy is still remaining is your physical body.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can
I think
release
so.
energetic level from your energetic bodies and stuff like that, but your actual physical bodies, it's still there, and the energy is contained inside of cells and vibrations and stuff like that. So they said that's what is happening, and that is a part of the kind of like a release. A lot of people releasing all the energies um, around or during Lionsgate, because we are expecting to have a new beginning. A lot of us are
Mhm.
experiencing a new beginning or awakening or new upgrade or stuff like that. So that's what is happening, which is exciting.
It is. Speaking of upgrades, I had heard just the other day, I was listening to, I can't remember who I was listening to, but one of my usual crew, and I think it was a he. It might be Michael Jaco, I'm not sure. And we were they were talking about Lionsgate, and said something along the line, oh no, maybe it was Lori Ladd. Okay, probably Lori Ladd. And they were saying something along the lines of, this is a period of time of opening up to new gifts. No, actually, now I know exactly who it was. It was Cryon, Lee Carroll. And so but you have to be willing to open up to those gifts, like more knowledge, more insight, more ability to take your experiences and put them in a framework so that's understandable, a big picture sort of thing. So I was like, okay, I can roll with that. That makes sense to me. So you could call that, like increasing your psychic abilities, and that's fine if you want to say it that way. But the way I look at it is it's increasing our cognition and our consciousness. So it's like leveling up in a video game where, like, okay, I'm level 7, I'm level 7, I'm level 7, but now that I'm willing to see things on a grander scale, oh, I just went up to 8. And now looking at it from this vantage point, all these things in my life and this journey that I'm on and all these things that I've gone through, now things are really making sense. And this is happening for me. So what my guys showed me the other day was it's kind of a deep concept, but I'm going to share it with you because I think it's entertaining as well.
Mhm.
Um, I had such an intuition for years about my son becoming a professional baseball player. I mean, I actually had visuals of things happening in his career, his high school career, and I was like, wow, I'm sure this is going to happen. So I asked my guys, I said, why hasn't this happened? What changed? Did he change his mind? Did he make, because I know that we can make a change at any time. What we decide, that's our free will. And I said, did he just change his mind? And so what they showed me was that we can, and this blew my mind. So I don't know, you guys are going to think I'm nuts, but we can live our lifetime, this particular lifetime, over and over again. So until our soul feels like, okay, I got everything out of that one that I wanted to. So in other words, we get done with this life, we, with the same cast and crew, might collectively decide, or maybe just a few of us decide, oh, I want to do that again, but I want to try this instead, see if I can get to this point. And so we can keep coming in to the same life and try again and see if we have different outcomes with our new knowledge, because our consciousness maintains every lifetime that we've ever lived. So like, that's our intuition. What they were showing me was that this intuition that I had about my son was about another time that he lived this life, and he did actually go play baseball. But that's not what he's deciding in this lifetime. And that's why I had like a cellular memory of him doing that. And that's why I was confused when these events that I thought were coming didn't happen, because he's made another decision. So that really got my juices flowing. I'm like, oh, this is a tender bit. I'm going to have fun thinking about this. And because I had always thought, when I die from this lifetime, I pass out of my body and I go into spirit, that I'm going to do a review of all the different choices I made and see what would happen if I made a different choice. And my team told me, they're like, you've already done that. I was like, oh, color me happy. But for me, it's an exciting concept that they revealed that to me, because how cool is it? And it's all free choice. You don't have to come do the same lifetime. Like, say you come out and you're having a talk with your guidance team and you're trying to decide, how did this life go for you? You may say, yeah, I want to try that again in the same lifetime and see if I can do it better. Or you may say, I'm complete with that. I didn't quite reach every goal that I wish to reach as a soul. But I'm ready to move on to a different lifetime and try and get that goal, doing it as somebody else. It's always free will. They don't force you to do anything. But it's kind of exciting to think, I can come back one more time and get all those other things that I wished I had done, and try those instead. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, that's probably for the people who didn't come here for volunteer work. People primary reason to came here, some of the starseed or light worker, is for volunteering. It's not like, okay, personal stuff is there, but for volunteering. So once mission is completed, mission is completed.
Yeah. Well, no,
So,
I think I'm here as a volunteer. I don't want you to misunderstand, but my intuition about certain things sometimes has been completely off. And what they're saying is because you're having that memory from another time when he actually did make that choice.
right.
I just thought it was fascinating. It's like my mind just opened up, and I almost think it's because of this Lion's Gate that my mind opened up and I was able to grasp that concept and go, oh, maybe that's true. It's at least something to think about.
Multiple perspective.
Yeah, that's it. And so I kind of get excited around these gates, because these energy portals, because I never know what's going to come into my conscious awareness when it does. And I think the key to receiving any kind of upgrade is like what we would call an upgrade in our consciousness, is being willing to. So like, are you ready? So if it's happening for everybody around you or a lot of people, but it's not happening for you, maybe you're not ready for, maybe you're still chewing on whatever concepts you were working on during the last gate. I don't think it's anything to be concerned about. I know the last gate was around Christmas time, right? There was a big energy portal around Christmas time.
Yeah, but also May 5th too. So you know,
Yeah.
maybe
I didn't notice anything different for me. I
the,
really didn't. This time around, I'm noticing big differences. So, like maybe for my personal soul journey, it's just my time to shift right now, you know, a little bit more. But I think it's important for people to realize, like, you know, when we talk about these things, if nothing seems to be happening for you at that time, don't worry about it. I mean, it doesn't mean you're not progressing in your journey. It doesn't mean you're not still growing. It just might mean you're maybe you're just kind of still working on what you were working on before, and that's fine because there's no time limit, right?
or like, you know, as a matrix energetic practitioner, a lot of people, you know, say, I don't feel nothing, I don't see anything change. But when people say that, they're the one who experiencing the biggest changes later. So it's not something you can always sense the change unless you're extra, you know, observant or something. I mean, we all, you know, are not aware what's going on in cellular level. So it's same thing as a vibrational level too, unless you're very, very, very sensitive about it. So, um, you know, it will be affecting to majority of people unless, you know, you reject, hey, I don't want any change. And also a lot of people will be, you know, more people will be awakening,
Yeah.
you know, spiritually and stuff like that. So that's going to be exciting. But it's more like, you know, the galactic alliances and the councils and the star systems, they are sending more of whatever they can send, you know, whatever the high frequency of their specialties bombarding to on that day, you know, on Sunday, because people are recognizing, hey, Lion's Gate, it's a big deal. So they are utilizing this awareness to use that as, you know, effective ground to send more stuff to us. So that's what Lion's Gate is about. Like if we have to put in very simple manner, and I'm not astrologer, so I don't know like how significant it is astrologically, but it is like, I guess, supposedly very big deal for that aspect as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so is there any tips we can give to our audience, like how they can maximize this date?
I think honoring whatever you're feeling. You know, always, you know, try to get some meditative time, some space to yourself, some quiet time, some time in nature. Those are just kind of staples for any time in your life. But um, if you know, someone else said it, these are someone else's words. I'm just going to copy them right now. If you feel like eating more, eat more. If you feel like eating less, eat less. If you feel like going out in nature, go out in nature. If you feel like sleeping more, do that. Whatever it is that you're feeling during this time, honor it. Don't try to push it away. Don't try to ignore it, because you know, the more we can honor what we are personally experiencing, the more we help ourselves, and also we help the collective. If we're okay, we're doing more for the collective than physically going out and doing something. So that would be my suggestion. How about you?
My suggestion is just to relax and enjoy for the day. If you can, you know, go to the nature, that's probably the best place to receive the energy and activation, because Earth is, you know, already ascended to 5D. So it's nice to receive it with physically by connecting with Earth. So that's my, you know, suggestion. Just be natural and let's like have like a relaxing time on Sunday and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Have fun.
And then like, you know, let us know. Put some comments in there, you know, once the day comes and goes. Did you notice anything? And do you have any topics you want to talk about? Because I mean, we love this feedback, don't we?
Yes, please. Yeah,
Yeah.
write comment box in the below. So thank you so much
But
for
oh,
watching. And please share, like, subscribe. And then me and Sue will see you guys next week. Bye.
bye.